How do you guys feel about being referred to as females? Am I being sensitive for hating that term being used instead of women? Edit sorry for using the term guys. Calling women females and then call men men in the same sentence is weird. If it's in a scientific or medical context, sure, I generally don't care. I am biologically female, so it is contextually accurate. But calling me a female so you can pin any perceived shortcomings on my biological sex is distasteful and reductive. Fucking Ferengi can eat my entire ass. I hate it. I'm willing to ignore it if the person who said it also refers to men as males. Now, if they say men but then use female instead of woman, I just know they view me as less than them. Also, here you go op our manant females. I rewatch a lot of Star Trek and the Ferengi use that word a lot in a weird voice females, so that's how I hear it every time. Ew. Edit if you don't know. They are an extraordinarily capitalistic sexist race primarily. Great characters. Would not want to know in real life. Makes me immediately lose respect for whoever is using it incorrectly. Gives me the same ick as being called bitches. Female astronaut okay. Because woman astronaut doesn't make grammatical sense. You would also say male astronaut, not man astronaut. Pretty female not okay. Because it's objectifying for the reasons already stated in these replies. You wouldn't say handsome male. You'd say handsome man. It kinda bothers me equally as much when people use woman where it should be female. This isn't hard. They get it right for men every time. It's the same set of rules lol. It's definitely a huge red flag. Like an acid test for incels. You aren't being sensitive. It's demeaning and they are saying it to be demeaning. I find that the men that always defend the use of female as a noun and get angry if women consider it a red flag really show how socially inept they are. It doesn't matter if in some cases female as a noun can be used correctly. In normal use it is rude as hell and it is a red flag because all the men who uses it consider women to be lesser than them, and the fact that they continue to use it after women say it is offensive is proof of it. I find it infuriating, but at the same time, it makes me see the user of said word for who they are, small-minded humans. Well, we're not dogs, so I feel like your feelings are completely valid. I prefer being called guys. Another term that often gets called out but which doesn't bother me at all. To being called females. I hate females. It feels very objectifying and dismissive. It doesn't bother me when used as an adjective. I don't like it as a noun. She is female hits different from she is a female. I fucking hate it. To use male-female as a noun for people is grammatically incorrect. So it's irritating. And if they use men and female in the same string of sentences, it makes me think that person knows it's grammatically wrong and views women as less than men. Example. I am looking for a female roommate, correct because female is used as an adjective. I am looking for a roommate, females only, please, incorrect as female is used as a noun. It's a red flag. It's often accompanied by hostility. Calling all women females when you only call men males. Weird. But at least you're consistent. It's when they only call women females and call men men. It's dehumanizing to use distant language like that. I swipe past everybody I see on dating apps if they call women females in their bio. Females seems more like an organism and less like a person. Woman is a whole person, and female reduces her to only her sex. It certainly helps us spot douchebags. It's subtle, but generally the situation is clear whether it's appropriate or a jab at women. When it's a jab, it's degrading and frustrating. I find it's a huge red flag. Those that use it tend to view women as things, and referring to them as females is simply a way to try and minimize them. I hate it. Automatic swipe left if I'm on a dating app, and an automatic turnoff if in person. It's just demeaning. It has the same energy as man and wife. There's not a lot of words that make me cringe, but that is number one. Someone said that it was because female is an adjective. We would never think that calling a black person a black was okay because it's not. We wouldn't call gay people a gay. It's disrespectful. Whenever I end up in a conversation with someone that says females, I know that I'm dealing with someone that isn't very smart. It tips me off that the person telling me this considers me to be livestock and not a peer. It's a stand-in for bitches. It's meant to be derogatory and dismissive. I hate it. Female is an adjective. You don't call people talls. The intent is to insult. Never seen anything good or positive about women come after a sentence starting with you females. It sounds too much like biological field notes to sound anything but stupid. Whether or not it says something about how the speaker views women. I want to introduce you to this male I just met, said no one ever. But all of a sudden, men want to use female as a noun. It's cringe. It's dumb. And if it's just a word and not a big deal, then it should be easy for you to stop using it that way. Slightly smiling face. Dry. Ben Shapiro's wife dry. You're not being overly sensitive about this at all. When someone unironically calls a woman a female, I immediately assume they're a Ferengi in clever disguise. Anyone using the term females is an instant red flag. How did this usage start? For perspective, I have lived in French and German-speaking countries. Neither uses the word females to refer to women. And if they did so, it would sound really odd. It is only used to refer to animals. I hate it when it's used in combination with men. Ferengi. That's what I think about when I hear females. Frigging Ferengi. Emo. Female is an adjective. Female sales clerk. Female gardener. It's not a noun. So people who use females strike me as both sexist and illiterate. It's men and women, or female and male people. The order is based on alphabetical sort in both cases. When are we just gonna start calling them males? Female is not a noun. It is an adjective. I am a female human. A bitch is a female dog, etc. I am not a female. I am a woman. It bothers me very much. I hate the aversion to the word woman. Men are almost never called boys or males. If referring to males and females in a biological, scientific, medical sense, then fine. But as other comments mentioned, using females and men in the same sentence is just weird. People who regularly do this give off icky vibes to me. I'm all for it. It lets me know right off the bat which men don't think of me as a person, so they're easier to avoid and cut out of my life. Weirdly, those same individuals don't appreciate when I call them males. Vestigial reproductive anachronisms, or living examples of disadvantageous evolutionary mutation. The way it's frequently used to dehumanize women, especially the way people say females and men, absolutely peeves me off. I don't think anyone is bothered by the correct usage of the term. But it's pretty transparent how misogynist and incels use it to otherize women. Honestly, I was in the army for 10 years and was always referred to as female. So, for what it's worth, it doesn't directly offend me. It does, however, offend other women. And I respect that 100. I will never refer to anyone as female out of respect. I feel the same way about it as I do the term little lady. It definitely has an objectifying undertone when used the wrong way.